Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Anderson here, joined by the maestro of the modulator, Miss Olivia Zimmerman. We're bringing you WBA baseball tournament action here from Southwood County Park in Wisconsin Rapids. This game is featuring the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks and the Everest Merchants. And Bloomer here at bat in the top of the first. This is Curtis Daschel, the pitcher. 2 outs. And the count is 2-2. On the mound for Everest is Heinrich Walter, and popped up, playable in foul territory for the 3rd out.
Next up for the Bloomer Woodticks, number 4, Brent Skarner.
And this is Brent Sauer. Two away. As Ethan Rothbauer is at first. Sauer, the left fielder, and the count to him at 0-1. Heinrich Walter, I remember watching him pitch in the battle for the chain down in Wapaka. Did he go? Yes, he did. And a strikeout to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. You're watching WBA baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Are you looking for a great career opportunity with increased income potential and benefits? Come join the local Auto Select team of dedicated auto service professionals. If you're an experienced auto service advisor, technician, or tire lube tech, Auto Select could be a great fit for you. Auto Select's team of dedicated and experienced service advisors exceed expectations for auto repair and service. Auto Select is the area's best kept secret for tires. We even offer free tire rotations every 6,000 miles with every tire purchase. Go to AutoSelectOnline.com for locations near you.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
Coming up to bat for Everest, number 26, Wade Farmer.
Wade Farmer leads things off here in the bottom of the first for the Everest Merchants. Wade playing center field. He hits that one for a base hit to right center. So a leadoff single for Wade Farmer brings up Roman McGuire. And he's going to end up at second.
Bat for Everest, number 24, Roman McGuire.
And Roman McGuire, the batter. Brandon Kranz on deck for the Merchants. First time working at this diamond. Been on the other side. Olivia and I spent the 2 days doing Legion baseball, Junior Legion there, a couple weeks ago. And McGuire in the hole 0-2. One and two count to Roman McGuire. The pitch. He held up. And little chopper. They're going to get Farmer in a pickle, and they have an error. So McGuire is going to reach on an E4.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 17.
They thought they were going to have Farmer in a pickle, but second baseman mishandled. And McGuire will reach on the air. Runners at the corners with nobody out here in the bottom of the first for Everest. Kranz pops it up into left field. Pretty shallow. They're going to send him. Now there he goes. Play at the plate. And he's safe. So Kranz will get a sacrifice fly RBI. As the speedy Wade Farmer tagged up and scored.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 22, Josh Nielsen.
Josh Nielsen, the batter, with one away. Roman McGuire still at first. Curtis Daschel pitching for Bloomer. And Nielsen with a 1-0 count. One out, one on. Inside for ball two. Friends, Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. You can also learn more by going to nicolaybank.com. Early morning game here, 10 a.m. for the WBA tournament here from beautiful South Wood County Park here in Wisconsin Rapids. 3-1 count now to Nielsen with one on, one in, one out. Get a chance to come on out and watch these games. A swing and a miss for strike two. Big swing by Nielsen, the third baseman. First viewing of Bloomer, the Fighting Woodticks. I fight the Woodticks when I go down to the farm. Here's the pitch, and popped up, playable in the infield for out number two. We'll bring up Ryan Hubacek.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 20, Ryan Hubacek.
Bloomer from a little up northwest of Eau Claire. Daschel's pitch hit hard, but foul down the right field line. Playable. And ran out of real estate. Good hustle by the left fielder. We'll get these names in. Kind of had a slow start for myself. The Zaleski Mobile, the old Ford 500, took a little bit longer to get down here than I remembered. Two outs now. And Hubacek in the hole 0-1. That pitch in the turf. This is all artificial turf here. Beautiful facility here in Southwood County Park in Wisconsin Rapids. They just opened this a few years ago. Beautiful facility. And he slaps a base hit to left field. So now you got runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 29, Nick Barnes.
Play 9-inning games here. A full slate of ball games here on Zaleski Sports from this WBA tournament. Hard to believe we're going to be doing football Thursday already. High school football takes over and starts on Thursday on Zaleski Sports. And a strike called. Left-handed batting right catcher, Nick Barnes. And that pitch high, and Daschle knew it. He tried to throw a change, and it just tailed on him. Three and 1 count. Fouled back against the screen right next to us. Beautiful day for coming out to the WBA tournament here in Southwood County Park in Rapids. Just get on Highway 54, going east, hang a right. If you're coming from the west, you hang a right on when you see the Rapids Lincoln High School sign. Fly ball, foul territory, and third baseman could not track it down. Runners will be going on contact, obviously, with 2 outs, and with a full count, they'll go with the pitch. I want to thank our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes, Jamie Schley American Family, and Imperial Industries. Thank you very much for sponsoring our broadcast today. Runners will go with the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch. Strike 3 called. And Barnes down on strikes for out number 3. Everest scores 1. As we head to the top of the second, you are watching WBA baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Score reads Everest 1.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Coming to bat for the Bloomer Woodticks, number 5.
Here in the top of the second inning for Bloomer, will be Connor Hicks, the catcher.
Number 20, Connor Hicks.
Heinrich Walder on the hill for the Everest Merchants. Count 2-1 now to Connor Hicks. Taking a look at the defense here for Everest after this at bat and foul back. Well, we can do it right now. Nick Barnes catching today for Everest. Roman McGuire at first, Brandon Kranz at second, Tanner Graham at short. Josh Nielsen, the third baseman, Coleman Schilling in left, Wade Farmer in center, Ryan Hubach in right, Heinrich Walder on the hill. Connor Langben DHing today for Everest. Full count now to Connor Hicks. And struck him out. Second strikeout for Walder.
Next up for Bloomer, number 3, Cole Schwab.
For the best in recreational hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Just share your goals, and Brian can tell you where and how to make it a reality. Call him at 715-213-4468. That's Brian Roosh at Whitetail Properties, 715-213-4468. Cole Schwab, the batter. Count is 1-1 to him. Pleasure to spend the Saturday morning and afternoon with you, ladies and gentlemen, on the air watching. Producer extraordinaire Olivia Zimmerman to my left. That pitch outside. I got to tell you something. Jason Zaleski hires quality people. Whether they're old like me or young like Miss Olivia. 3-1 to count. Popped up. Playable. Hubach runs in. I think Kranz is going to make the catch, and he does. So the second baseman comes over for the catch. Out number 2.
Next up for the Bloomer Woodticks, number 14.
2 up, 2 down brings up Eric Abrahamson, the third baseman for the Fighting Woodticks. You know, down on the farm, Pleasant Hill Farm in Kendall, where I head off to quite often, the home place. Only encountered a couple this summer. Usually you get every time I go down there, I pick up 2 or 3, and I've only seen 2 since April, and that's fine with me. Not a fan of wood ticks. Worst ones are those deer ticks, and luckily I haven't had one of those in several years. Abrahamson pops that up in foul territory. Nielsen makes the catch. So 2 infield flies and a strikeout.
After 1.5 complete, Bloomer left
nobody on, no hits, no runs, no errors. We head to the bottom of the second. Everest 1, Bloomer nothing. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast. Zimmerman. We head to the bottom of the second inning.
Number 13, designated hitter
Connor Langben will
Langben.
step in the bat for the Merchants. Defense for the Fighting Woodticks, Connor Hicks behind the plate. Joe Walgren at first, Corey Poyer at second. Cole Schwab, the shortstop, Eric Abrahamson, the third baseman. In the outfield for Bloomer, Brent Sauer in left, Ethan Rothbauer in center, and number 1, Sean Hurt in right. Curtis Daschel pitching for the Fighting Woodticks, and they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Woodticks in the gray jerseys with the white pants, Everest with the green jerseys and the gray pants. And a swing and a miss for Langben. Leading off the bottom of the second for Everest. Full slate of games here this morning and evening here on Zaleski Sports. Pleasure to bring these games to you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your viewership. Full count to the DH, Connor Langben. Daschel winds and delivers. Struck him out.
Next up for the Everest Merchants.
That is the second strikeout for Curtis Daschel. Coleman Schilling will step in. Playoff teams here in Wisconsin Rapids, the Bloomer Woodticks, Everest Merchants, Spring Valley Hawks, Hogan Knights, Prescott Pirates, the Viroqua Sox. And should also have, a lot of them foul. Also the Eau Claire Rivermen, Lacrosse 35ers, the Rapids Redhawks, who are hosting. Big John Kraumenacher, their manager. Bay City Bombers, the Brill Millers, and the Tony Hayshakers. I got to talk to those guys from Brill. I want one of their caps. 2-1 count to the left fielder, Coleman Schilling. And fouls that one away, so it's 2-2. High school football again coming up Thursday on the network. I'll be in Hudson with the chief, Jason Zaleski, and Gene Delicio doing Marshfield at Hudson. Thursday night, a lot of games Thursday afternoon. Full count. WBA baseball winding up here with the tournament. Full count pitch, fouled off. Schilling hanging on here. Join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a brand new state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. Schilling draws the walk on the full count.
Tanner Graham.
Tanner Graham, the batter. 9th hitter in the lineup for Coach Tom Fish. I know I already like Tanner Graham. He's showing the stirrups. I'm an old-fashioned dude. I guess I'm a curmudgeon. Get off my lawn, you darn kids. I just like to see that more so. But that's how we used to do it when we played. In high school, I played a lot of right and left bench. Schilling at first. Daschel's pitch in the turf. And that's going to be a wild pitch and allow Schilling to advance to second. Completely artificial turf surface here at Southwood County Park. This is a very popular destination in the spring for numerous high school teams. They are able to come down here when Rapids doesn't have a home game or a booking, and they get a lot of games in from other schools. And that's fouled off. The facility down in Mauston gets a lot of work in the spring as well. All I can say is I'm just very impressed with what they did down here. It's just a beautiful facility for baseball, softball, and football. And strike 3 called on Graham. Another strikeout for Daschle. That brings up Wade Farmer.
Number 26, Wade Farmer.
1 for 1. He led off the game with a single and scored on the sac fly by Brandon Kranz. That pitch high for ball 1. Schilling at second with 2 outs. That pitch away for ball 1, or ball 2. Still kind of wiping the cobwebs out. It's a little early this morning. I was planning on sleeping in, and I got a request from Steve Maves, our scheduler, and asked if I was available today. High fly ball, center field. Rothbauer coming in. It's going to drop in front of him. And that'll score Schilling to make it 2-0.
Next up for the Everest
So an RBI single for Wade Farmer. He's 2 for 2.
McGuire.
Roman McGuire, the batter, who reached on an error and was stranded at second. Yeah, came back home from fish fry and settled in and was just relaxing, and about 9:45 got the request, hey, are you busy Saturday? Fly ball, foul territory, Sauer makes the catch. Another run comes in for Everest here in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. It's 2-0. Everest over Bloomer. You're watching WBA baseball tournament action on Zaleski Sports.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA Baseball Regional Tournament action. Friends, A Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Crystal Finishing Systems is a family-owned business now hiring for both their Weston and Mosinee locations, with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and so much more. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. The Woodticks, trailing 2-0, will bring up Joe Walgren, Sean Hurt, and Corey Poyer here in the top of the third. Heinrich Walter on the hill for the Merchants. Big right-handed pitcher, number 99. Ground ball, Graham at short will scoop it over to first, and that throw about 10 feet over his head, Roman McGuire. So Walgren will reach on an E6.
Woodticks, number 1, Sean Hurt.
So Sean Hurt, who is taking on the managerial duties today for the Woodticks. Not just the Woodticks, they are the Fighting Woodticks. I've yet to see a Woodtick put their dukes up and want to box you. And Hurt takes strike 1. Speaking of which, the rhubarb that started against the Guardians and the White Sox and saw Tim Anderson snap throw to first. He's back in time. Can't recall the Cleveland player, but Tim Anderson, the shortstop for the White Sox, some people don't care for how he plays, especially on defense. And a close play at second on a steal attempt. And the Cleveland player took offense to Tim Anderson's tag attempt and kind of told him about it. And Anderson dropped his glove, put his dukes up, and the Cleveland player, and they went at it. Anderson threw 3 punches and missed. But the young man from Cleveland landed a big right hook, and Anderson went down. Kind of reminiscent to down goes Frazier. And he missed the next game, and, I mean, he went down hard. Fly ball, left field. It's going to drop for a base hit.
Next
So
up
Everest.
for the Bloomer Woodticks, number 2, Corey Poyer.
So Corey Poyer. First time the Woodticks have gotten more than one runner on base here. We're in the 3rd inning. This game started at 10 a.m. Moving along pretty well. We'll see what the temperature is. Go to my weather app. It was about 66 when I got here. It's 69 degrees, and it's mostly cloudy. They say the rain is supposed to hold off until later. And the bunt attempt by Poyer called a strike. 1-1 the count. Hurd at first, Walgren at second. Walder, a good pitcher, but gets some, if I recall, he gets himself into some pickles every once in a while, and this is it right here. We're 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Hey, friends, for great food and cold drinks for any occasion, visit Wausau's favorite post-game shop, Wiggly's Restaurant on Schofield Avenue. What a name, Wiggly's Restaurant. Head over there for great food and cold drinks. 2-1 to count. Foul back, 2-2. High school volleyball starting up, I think, on Monday. Cross country will start on Monday. They've got high school tennis going on just to the north of us here in the complex. 2-2 count, 2 on, nobody out. Strike 3. Got the upper corner.
Next up for Bloomer, number 10, Ethan Rossbauer.
It's the second strikeout for Walder. 3rd call. Catch that. 3rd strikeout. Ethan Rothbauer, who walked in the 1st. Here's the pitch on Walder. And a little excuse me hit, swing. Good hustle by Roman McGuire, but couldn't get to it. Wind seems to be blowing. Don't see a flag anywhere. It seems like it's blowing in from the northwest. They said it was supposed to be chillier the last couple days. And rain in the forecast. 0-1 count to Rothbauer. And make that 0-2. Heinrich Walter. Lanky, tall pitcher for Everest. Delivers. Popped up. Infield fly is in effect. So Rothbauer called out immediately on the infield fly. That'll put
Next
2 outs on the board.
Number 12, Curtis Deschel.
Curtis Deschel, the pitcher, who popped up to Josh Nielsen at 3rd, his first at bat. Call the ball. Camping World of Rothschild is just off I-39. They offer a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that will last a lifetime. Visit Camping World of Rothschild. Spent a lot of time in I-39 the last 4 weekends and 4 weeks. Going down to see my daughter and the kids, and Rachel's had some health concerns. We got them figured out. On the road to being better. Those of you who, friends of mine on Facebook, thanks for the thoughts, the good vibes, much appreciated. 2-1 to count. 2-2 as DeShell swings and misses. 2 on, 2 out. First two batters got on and strikeout, pop up. Full count. Runners will go on the pitch. And struck him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Walder. Woodticks threatened but do not score. We head to the bottom of the third. Everest 2, Bloomer nothing. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Welcome back to WBA Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Joe Anderson and Olivia Zimmerman bringing you the play-by-play this morning of the Everest Merchants and the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks. Bottom of the third inning. Brandon Kranz will lead things off for the Merchants. They lead 2-0. And the left-handed Kranz takes strike one. Brandon looking for his first hit of the day. Has the RBI single in the first on a sac fly. Hey, find deals on everything for your four-legged friends at Fleet Farm. Check out the huge selection of treats, toys, and food for your dog or cat. Shop and save on top brands like Purina, Science Diet, Tidy Cats, and more. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm.
22, Josh Nielsen.
Kranz hit by the pitch. Will advance to first base, and Josh Nielsen, 0 for 1, will come to the plate. Nielsen, the third baseman for the Merchants. And my daughter's thinking about getting a cat. I'm still waiting to get my dog. Yeah, if you get a chance, go to the Humane Societies and look at some of the dogs they have available. Sauer will camp under that fly ball from Nielsen for out number 1. Yep.
Next up,
go to your
number 20, Ryan Hubachek.
Humane Societies. There's lots of animals looking to be adopted into a new home. We went to the Dane County one last weekend, and one dog looked at me with pretty big eyes and said, "Take me home," but wasn't able to. Another fly ball to Sauer and left. So back-to-back flyouts to left field as Hubachek is out number 2. Nick Barnes will now bat for Everest, leading 2-0.
Barnes.
Running the first and running the second. The left-handed hitting catcher, 0 for 1. Struck out looking to Curtis DeShell. Ground ball could be an easy play. A little muffed by Poyer. He gets it over to first, and they get him out. Not pretty, but it worked.
After 3 full complete
3 innings in, it is Everest 2 and Bloomer nothing. You're watching WBA Baseball Regional Play on Zaleski Sports.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Welcome back to WBA Baseball Regional Playoff action here on Zaleski Sports. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Olivia Zimmerman, my producer, Joe Anderson here, bringing you play-by-play. The Woodticks will send up Brent Sawyer, Connor Hicks, and Cole Schwab here in the top of the 4th. They trail 2-0.
Coming up for the Blue
Hey friends, every team needs to fundraise, so keep it local with Fundraise Local. Learn all about how your organization can raise money while keeping that money right here in our community. Visit fundraiselocal.com. Shop local, fundraise local, be local. The left fielder, Brent Sauer, 0 for 1, struck out in the first. Swing and a miss. Count even at a ball and a strike. One and 2. Sauer wearing Brent Paul Molitor's old number 4. Back in the glory days of the Brewers in the late 70s and 80s. And struck him out again. Mr. Walder has on the day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts.
Connor Hicks.
And has only walked one batter. This is Connor Hicks, the catcher. Connor, a strikeout victim in the second. Walder got into a pinch in the third. First two batters reached base, and then 2 strikeouts and a pop-up got him out of the jam. Count now 2-2 to Hicks. Strikeout number 2 on the inning. So back-to-back strikeouts for Heinrich Walder.
Number 3, Cole Schwab.
Big right-hander moving right along here in the order. This will bring up Cole Schwab, the shortstop, who popped up to Brandon Kranz. His first at bat. Notice that Walder's got his right foot way over on the far side of the pitching plate. That's become That's become a new thing lately. When you watch pitchers, they're way over on one side of the pitching plate or the other. And a ground ball scooped up by McGuire at first. He's going to toss over to Walder for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching WBA baseball player tournament action here on Zaleski Sports.
Everest 2, Bloomer nothing.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first tap. The only water that comes with a van.
That's some true sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. DeShell is waiting for his pitcher, Connor Hicks, to strap back on the equipment, and manager Tom Fish of Everest warmed him up. Sutton Transport in Weston is your local family-owned trucking company that specializes in next-day LTL delivery and national volume LTL services. Sutton Transport in Weston, fueled by 40 years of great service with a personal touch. Our friends from Merrill Steel. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com.
Coming up to bat for
Don't forget, get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. They have locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Bottom of the 4th. Connor Langben, the batter. Connor 0 for 1, a strikeout victim to DeShell in the 2nd. Coleman Schilling on deck and Tanner Graham in the hole. Ground ball to Poyer at 2nd. Floats it over to Walgren at 1st for out number 1. Schilling with a walk and scored the 2nd run of the game for Everest in the 2nd.
To bat for Everest, number 12, Coleman Schilling.
Left fielder for the Everest Merchants. Located in Schofield. Fly ball, center field is going to almost good try by Rothbauer, but it's going to be a double for Schilling. I'm going to give him a hit. That would have been a spectacular play. Rothbauer laid out, gave it his all, but couldn't get to it.
Number 9, Tanner Graham.
Good effort by the center fielder. Just couldn't come up with it. That was a tough play. It was tailing away from him and sinking much quicker. He had a good jump on it, just couldn't get to it. So with 1 out, Coleman Schilling at 2nd, and Tanner Graham, the batter. Graham takes ball 1. One of the 3 strikeouts by DeShell today. And chop that one foul. Don't forget, friends, Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn. We'll get this done right. Sorry about that, friends. We'll start again. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. For all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles, look to Elite Auto Elite Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Schofield. 1-2 count to Tanner Graham with Coleman Schilling at second. He takes the ball. Connor Hicks. Pretty solid catcher behind the plate for the Woodticks. Fly ball, center field. Rothbauer is going to track under it and get the catch. And gets the ball in quickly. Schilling cannot advance. That brings up top of the order and Wade Farmer. Farmer, 2 for 2.
Number 26, Wade Farmer.
2 singles, a run scored, and an RBI for Mr. Farmer. Now's your chance to work with a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance Company has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit fund-loving group with full-time benefits that start day one. That's Foundation Finance. DeShell ahead in the count 0-1. Count is even at 1-1. That ball squirts out of Hicks' hand, out of his glove. That'll allow Schilling to advance to third with 2 outs. Umpire calls his own time to make sure everything's okay. And friends, our friends from Mutual of Wausau Insurance, they've been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Two and 1 to count to Farmer. 2 for 2 on the morning. Left-handed hitting center fielder. 3-1 count. With 2 outs, Schilling will go on contact. He holds at third. Tom Fish coaching at third. And a walk for Wade Farmer here in the bottom of the 4th. Puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. And Roman McGuire, who reached on an error and flew out to Brent Sauer and left his first 2 at-bats. And the big left-handed first baseman waits to pitch from DeShell. Call the ball. And they put Farmer in motion to try to draw the throw. I don't think they'll go for it. Delayed double steal where you have the play at the runner going to second and the runner at third base waits for the throw and then heads to home. I think the Fighting Woodticks are going to let that go. Well, no, and the double steal works. Another run comes in for Everest here in the bottom of the 4th. It's now 3-0. Farmer with a stolen base. I would have thought they would have just did catchers, defensive indifference. McGuire now 2-1 count to him. But they made the play. And he held up. Did McGuire. It's now 3-1. Pitch called ball 4. So McGuire reaches on a walk.
Next up for the
second
Everest Merchants,
walk in a row
17,
given up by
Brandon
DeShell.
Kranz.
Brandon Kranz, the left-handed hitting second baseman. 0 for 1. Flew out to left and was hit by a pitch. in the third. Chopper could be, it's playable. Schwab will get the unassisted play at second. Another run comes in for Everest here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead 3-0. You're watching WBA baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
We're back here at the WBA Baseball Regional Playoff here in beautiful South Wood County Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Olivia Zimmerman, my producer. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play. Top of the fifth. And the Fighting Woodticks will bring up Eric Abrahamson, Joe Walgren, and Sean Hurt. Walgren 0 for 1. And popped up out of play. Heinrich Walder, the pitcher for Everest, doing well today. Walked 1. And struck out 6, that is. And he's ahead in the count 1-2 to Abrahamson, the third baseman for the Fighting Woodticks. Bloomer community just north of Eau Claire on Highway 53. And another strikeout for Walder. He's in fuego today. Not even 11 o'clock, and he's got 7 strikeouts.
23, Joel Wagland.
So Joe Walgren, the batter, the first baseman. Walgren reached on an error and was stranded at second base in the third inning. And he hits a ground fly ball to center field. Farmer will make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down.
Next up for Bloomer.
And Sean Hurt.
Sean Hurt.
Hurt 1 for 1. Had a single in the third and was stranded at first. The only time that Walder kind of got into a little bit of a pitching pickle, he gave up the first 2 batters in the top of the third. Reached, and then Mr. Walder struck out 2 and got a pop-up to Tanner Graham at short to get out of the jam. Got to like Hurt's stirrups. He's wearing them the right way. I'm the old school guy. Fighting Woodticks, as I said down on the farm, not too many Woodticks this year, thank goodness, but I got a honking big wasp nest I got to get down off the corner of the house. I bought some of that Hornet spray, and it says it's supposed to spray up to 20 feet. Well, I found out that the nest is 22 feet from the ground, so it doesn't quite reach it. So I got to get the old ladder out and take my chances. Of course, it's on the spot in the house I need to work at. Darn wasps. Every year it seems I get at least 1 sting, or 10. Fly ball, right field in foul territory. Huback and McGuire. Huback can't glove it, but it was in foul territory. Good hustle by the right fielder. Hey, friends, Auto Select is located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years with a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. 2-2 with 2 outs to Sean Hurt. Walder's pitch. Fly ball center field. Farmer will make the catch for out number 3. So back-to-back putouts for the center fielder, Wade Farmer. Head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Everest 3 and Bloomer nothing. You're watching WBA baseball action on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Fundraising can be a pain. FundraiseLocal.com is the solution. It's a business based in central Wisconsin that can help your school, club, or city organization raise money while helping our local businesses. FundraiseLocal.com is simple, fun, and great for the community with no door-to-door selling or piles of products sitting around the house. If you are an organization looking to fundraise or a small family-owned business looking for a way to grow by selling your gift cards, products, or services, find out more at FundraiseLocal.com. Shop local, fundraise local, be local.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of WBA Baseball. Olivia and I jamming out some heavy metal here in the box.
Coming up to bat for Everest,
breaking the law.
Josh Nielsen.
Josh Nielsen leads things off here for Everest here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 3-0. Nielsen 0 for 2 on the afternoon, or in the morning. It's still morning. It's not. It just turned over 11 o'clock. I was up at 0700. The old stands for, oh my gosh, it's early. Ground fly. Oh, wow. Single to left field, right down the line. Past Josh Nielsen at third. A solid single for Josh Nielsen.
Coming up to
Screamer
bat,
down the third baseline.
number 20, Ryan Hubacek.
Ryan Hubacek, 1 for 2 on the morning, single, and flew out to Schilling and left in the third. To Shell, the pitcher, and foul ball down the third base line. Eric Abrahamson will scoop it up. That ball got past Abrahamson. That was a screamer right past his left ear. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th, and Everest leading 3-0. Ground ball through the hole. It's short. So back-to-back singles given up by DeShell here in the bottom of the 5th.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 29, Nick.
And Nick Barnes looking for his first hit of the morning. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. As they say, ducks on the pond for Mr. Barnes. Curtis DeShell, the pitcher, will check the runners. Comes set. And hit pitch low and inside for ball 1. Get Culligan water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. And the bunt attempt is going to go foul. Count even to Nick Barnes at 1-1. Tom Fish doing the station baseball, give up a sacrifice, get his runners in scoring position. tried to bunt it down the third baseline and make Abrahamson commit to get the bunt. And pitch high for a ball. 2-1. Strategery in motion here. Here in the bottom of the fifth. We play nine innings unless we have the 10-run differential situation after 7. Full slate of WBA baseball regional games here from Wisconsin Rapids on the network. Nick Barnes with a 3-1 count. And he taking all the way and gets a walk. Bases loaded, nobody out, and DeShell in a world of hurt here.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 13, Connor Langben.
Connor Langben, 0 for 2, looking for his first hit. No place to put him. DeShell would like a strikeout if he could get it. He's given up 1 run in the first, second, and fourth. Struck out 3. Walked 4. And DeShell kind of loses the grip on the ball, tracks it down. Nielsen at third, Hubacek at second, Barnes at first, and Connor Langben the batter. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Make that 3-0. And you got to think he's got the take sign here. He'll get the RBI on the walk. DeShell's going to come right down 8th Street South. And he throws a ball and walks in the run. So an RBI walk for Connor Langben.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 12, Coleman Schilling.
Coleman Schilling with a walk and a double and a run scored in the second and the fourth. Base is still loaded with nobody out. DeShell throws a strike. Tanner Graham on deck. And that's going to bring in 1, maybe 2 runs. It's going to be 1 for sure. So an RBI single for Schilling brings in the second run of the inning. As Hubacek will score.
Everest Merchants, number 9, Tanner Graham.
And Tanner Graham, the batter, 0 for 2. DeShell had been pitching very well, only giving up 3 runs through the first 4, but now 2 runs here in the 5th. He also on that far side of the pitcher's plate. And a fly ball to right field could be trouble, but Hurt will get the catch and a sac fly, and that's going to score the run. So a sac fly for Tanner Graham for the RBI.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 26,
Brings in Nick Barnes with the 3rd run of the inning. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And the top of the order, and Wade Farmer, who is 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 singles and an RBI, and a run scored here for Mr. Farmer. Left-handing hitting center fielder. And DeShell throws a strike. You wonder if they're going to send Schilling and that double steal again. And foul back. And most of the times when you have a situation like this with runners at the corners, they try that delayed double steal. You'll see catchers indifference. They'll just let him have second. And a little foul off his foot. Wade Farmer, the center fielder, number 26. Led the game off with a single. Scored the first run of the game in the first. Had an RBI single in the second. A walk on a stolen base in the 4th. 1-2 the count to Farmer. 1 out, DeShell still on the hill for the Fighting Woodticks. He checks the runners. He comes set in the stretch to the pitch. Pitch low and away for ball 2. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Full slate of WBA playoff action here on the network. Steve Maves across the way at the other diamond. DeShell's pitch, swing and a miss. And got a strikeout, a big strikeout.
Number 24, Roman McGuire.
Roman McGuire, the 8th batter of the inning for Schofield. 3 runs in. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And the big left-handed first baseman. 0 for 2. Reached on an error, flew out, and walked. Just said Steve just walked into the booth here. Just talked about him a second ago. They're going to let Coleman Schilling take second base. So runners at second and third with 2 outs, and the count 0-1 to McGuire. Make that 1-1. It's fun to do baseball here. My producer, Olivia Zimmerman, awesome. Great facility, great, just everything wonderful. I love it. And then we head off to football starting on Thursday. High school football and volleyball, I believe, starts practice this week, along with cross country. And I believe girls tennis is the fall. Okay. And I know that girls golf is in the fall. And a swing and a miss. Boy, the strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for DeShell. Everest sends 8 to the plate and scores 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. They now lead 6-0. You're watching WBA baseball action here on Zaleski Sports.
Are you looking for a great career opportunity with increased income potential and benefits? Come join the local Auto Select team of dedicated auto service professionals. If you're an experienced auto service advisor, technician, or tire lube tech, Auto Select could be a great fit for you. Auto Select's team of dedicated and experienced service advisors exceed expectations for auto repair and service. Auto Select is the area's best kept secret for tires. We even offer free tire rotations every 6,000 miles with every tire purchase. Go to autoselectonline.com for locations near you.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
Coming to bat for the Bloomer.
Here in the top of the 6th inning for the Wood. 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. Heinrich Valder in inning number 6 for the Everest Merchants, pitching well. Only really got himself into one jam, and that was in the 3rd inning. Mr. Valder has 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts and has only walked 1 here in his 6th inning of work. And the Woodticks bring up Poyer, Rothbauer, and DeShell, the top three hitters of the lineup, and Poyer leads off with a single. First hit of the day for Mr. Poyer.
Up to bat for the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks.
Ethan Bauer,
Number 10, Ethan
Rothbauer. Ethan is 0 for 1 with a walk. Looking to get their first run of the game, Fighting Woodticks. Ground ball could be 2. Kranz to Graham, and that ball thrown way over the head of McGuire. Graham has had 2 errors at short.
Coming up to bat for Bloomer, number 12, Curtis DeShell.
Could have been a double play, but that error throw by Tanner Graham. It's his second error of the day. Ground ball. This could be 2. Out at second, out at first, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Everest 3, Bloomer nothing. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Joe Anderson joined by producer extraordinaire Olivia Zimmerman. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast of this matchup between the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks and the Everest Merchants. Six to nothing. Merchants, DeShell pitching for the Woodticks today. Being critiqued now, Steve Maves in the booth. We better wind our P's and Q's, as they say.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 17,
DeShell pitching well.
Brand.
DeShell has struck out 3, 5. But he's also walked 5, 2 big walks in the 5th. Got him into trouble. Merchants have scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, and 3 in the 5th. They lead 6 to nothing. Count even at 1-1 to Brandon Kranz. Brandon Kranz, the second baseman for the Merchants. Sack fly, hit by a pitch, and a fielder's choice. Looking for hit number 1 today. Everest sent up 8 batters in the 5th. DeShell from the windup, and a fly ball to center field. Rothbauer will track it and make the catch for out number 1.
Coming up to bat
Nielsen, Josh Nielsen, the third baseman,
Josh
1 for 3.
Nielsen.
2 flyouts and a single and a run scored for Mr. Nielsen. Swings at a changeup to be speckled and bearded Mr. Nielsen. Where's number 22? DC Everest, located out of Schofield, which is part of that greater metropolitan Wausau area. You've got Wausau, you've got Merrill, you've got Schofield, Mosinee. Merrill about 15 or so miles up I-39, 51. Then you start getting into northern Wisconsin. Things change a lot different once you get north of Merrill. You see a lot more trees and a lot less people. And it gets more woodier as you get above Highway 2. 2-1 the count. Make it 3-1. Beautiful country up there. If you want to be where nobody is, go to northern Wisconsin. Great fishing, great views. It's a lot of solitude. And Nielsen reaches on a walk.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 20, Ryan Hubacek.
And Hubacek, the batter. Ryan on the morning is 2 for 3. 2 singles, a run scored, and he flew out to Brent Sauer in the third. Daschle from the stretch, the pitch, and fouled back against the screen here for strike 1. The shell checks Nielsen at first. He comes to the plate, and that pitch high and away for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Strike. Runner goes. And the umpire says safe. So a stolen base for Nielsen. It wasn't pretty, but he got the job done. That's all that matters. 1-2 the count. It's the 112th pitch for Daschle. Remember, there's no limits here in amateur baseball. They want to throw 300 pitches in a game, they can. I don't know if they want to. Wasn't very uncommon back when I was a kid to watch a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball throw 120, 130 pitches in a complete game. Now you see a starting pitcher, if they get 6 innings in, that's quite an accomplishment. Foul. Oh, that had the smart. Ouch. You can see Hubacek hop and jump out of that batter's box as he fouled it off his foot or ankle. Boy, that had the smart. You can see he's walking it off. It's off his left foot, left ankle. That hurts. Connor Hicks kind of smiling at him, knowing, yep, I know what you're going through, bud. Connor Hicks, the catcher for the Woodticks. Hubacek will step back in with the count 2-2. And call the ball, full count, 3-2. Nick Barnes on deck. Daschle comes set and delivers. Foul ball. Left field line, or for third base line. Tom Fish, the head man for the Everest Merchants. Longtime manager for Everest. 3-2 count. Fly ball. This is playable in foul territory. Eric Abrahamson will make the catch. So Hubacek fouled out. Nick Barnes. Nick on the morning. 0 for 2. Strikeout, a ground out, and a walk, but he did score the third run of the 5th inning for Everest. Nielsen still at second with 2 outs. Is Barnes the batter? And slaps a single to right. Tom Fish is going to send Nielsen home. So an RBI single for Nick Barnes. Brings in the run here in the bottom of the 6th.
Coming up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 13, Connor Langben.
Connor Langben, the batter, with 2 outs. Connor 0 for 2 with a walk. Deschelle, that was his 119th pitch in this contest. High school, remember, you're limited to 100 pitches in a game, and then there's a certain amount of rest. I believe it's 3 days rest. And popped him up. Schwab, the shortstop, will make the catch for out number 3. Well, Everest scores another one here in the bottom of the 6th. They now take the lead 7-0 over Bloomer. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
We head to the top of the 7th inning here in Southwood County Park here in Wisconsin Rapids in this WBA playoff game featuring the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks and the Everest Merchants. Joe Anderson joined by Olivia Zimmerman, my producer extraordinaire today. And the Woodticks will bring up Brent Sauer, Connor Hicks, and Cole Schwab here in the top of the 7th.
Bloomer Woodticks, number 4, Brett Skarner.
So Brett Sauer. Sorry, Bloomer friends, if we missay it. And Sauer swings at strike 1. 80 pitches so far for Mr. Walder and Everest. Heinrich pitching well today. No runs. Struck out 7. And he's only walked 1 batter here so far as we're in the 7th inning. Kind of got hit hard when they played Wapaka at the Battle of the Chain tournament down in Wapaka last month. Boy, that was a hot and muggy tournament. Sat under the tent on Saturday. Walder's pitch, ground ball down the third base line for a base hit. Right down the line.
Coming to bat for the Bloomer Woodticks, number 20, Connor Hicks.
So Connor Hicks will step in with 0 for 2 with back-to-back strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Sauer, only the 5th base runner of the contest so far for the Woodticks. Did he go? He offered. That's a strike. 1-1 the count. There's the flag to my left. It's blowing from the west. Pretty much from the west. It's a nice breeze. It's not a warm, muggy breeze. I think since the rain has departed us for the time being, it's dried off. We're getting a lot of that Canadian air without the smoke. right up the box. Could be two. Crayons over to second. And they get the double play. So great job by Brandon Crayons to start the double play. And Tanner Graham with a good throw to first.
Bat for Bloomer, number 3, Cole Schwab.
So 2 up, 2 down. Second double play turned by the Everest defense. That brings up Cole Schwab. Cole 0 for 2. And he slaps a single to left field. It's going to be trouble as Schilling overruns it. And Schwab is going to end up at second. So a double for Cole Schwab here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Next up to bat for Bloomer, number 14, Eric Abrahamson.
Eric Abrahamson on the bats, 0 for 2. So Walder has gotten the benefit of a double play, giving up a single, his second hit of the inning here given up by the big right-hander. Oh, and 1 the count to Abrahamson, the third baseman for the Woodticks. And he pops it up. Could be trouble. Schilling makes the catch for out number 3. Woodticks threaten but do not score. We do the 7-inning stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7-0. Everest 7 and the Woodticks 0. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen, here from Southwood County Park. WBA Regional Playoffs here on Zaleski Sports. Olivia Zimmerman, my producer. Joe Anderson here with play-by-play. Full slate of games on the network. As Wisconsin Rapids hosting this regional playoff. Bloomer Woodticks, Everest Merchants, Spring Valley Hawks, Haugen Knights, Prescott Pirates, Viroqua Sox, Eau Claire Rivermen, the Lacrosse 35ers, Rapids Redhawks, Bay City Bombers, Brill Millers, and the Tony Hayshakers, all here in Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be Coleman Schilling, Tanner Graham, and Wade Farmer, 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order for manager Tom Fish and the Merchants. And Coleman Schilling with a 1-1 count. Curtis Deschelle still on the mound for Bloomer. Pop-up is going to go drop foul. Connor Hicks. Good hustle, just couldn't track it down. Deschelle up to 123 pitches. Gave up a run in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. His counterpart, Heinrich Walder, at 91 pitches. Deschelle delivers. call the ball. If Everest scores 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, the game will conclude. And a fly ball to left. Sauer had a little trouble first tracking it down, but makes the catch. So Schilling out for out number 1. Tanner Graham, 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI in the 5th. Number 9 hitter. No, we got a pinch hitter.
Up to bat for the
Nolan
Everest,
Hoppy.
31, Nolan Hope.
Nolan Hoppy, the batter. Pinch hitting here in the 7th. And 1 and 2 to Hoppy. And Hoppy hits a fly ball to center. Rothbauer tracks it down, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Top of the order now for Wade Farmer. Wade, pretty good day for him. 2 for 3.
Next up for the Everest Merchants, number 26, Wade
Runs scored and an
Farmer.
RBI. So with 2 outs, center fielder batting from the left side of the box takes strike 1. It's one of the interesting things about artificial turf, you know, and ground ball. We'll talk about that later. And good work by Walgren to Deschel to get the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down for Everest here in the 7th. We head to the 8th. The Merchants leading the Fighting Woodticks 7-0. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Welcome back to the WBA regional playoff matchup here in Wisconsin Rapids between Bloomer and DC Everest. We have a pitching change for the Merchants. Matt Witter now on the hill for Everest here in the 8th.
Up to bat for Bloomer, number 23, Joel Walgren.
And Joe Walgren batting for the Fighting Woodticks. Joe 0 for 2. Pitching line for Heinrich Walder. And a strikeout for Walgren here in the 8th.
Coming up to bat for Bloomer, number 1, Sean Hurt.
Sean Hurt, the batter for the Woodticks, finishing up that pitching line for Heinrich Walder. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk. Struck out 7, no runs. Good outing for Mr. Walder. And now in relief is Matt Witter here in the 8th. One away, Sean Hurt, the batter, number 9 hitter in the lineup. And he hits a fly ball to right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Could be 2. And Hurt on his horse. There's going to be a play at third. And he slides into third with a triple. So a 1-out triple for the number 9 hitter, Sean Hurt. Hit that in the gap between Wade Farmer and Ryan Huback in right field.
Coming up to bat for Bloomer, number 2, Corey Poyer.
Corey Poyer, the leadoff hitter for the Woodticks. Ground out, strikeout, single. And rubbed out on a 4-6 ground out by Ethan Rothbauer in the 6th. We're in the 8th, and it's been all Everest here, 7-0. More baseball action here from Southwood County Park on the Zaleski Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. And the left-handed pitching Matt Witter. Pitch outside. Southpaw. Where's number 16? Got a runner at third. And pitch number 9 is a ball. 131 pitches for Deschel for the Woodticks. And I believe Heinrich Walder was at 91. Fly ball, foul. Count is full at 3-2. Woodticks trying to get on the board here, get that 0 off. Runner at third with 1 out. Full count to the second baseman. The pitch. Ground ball. Nielsen looks back the runner, gets the out at first. Good work by Josh Nielsen. Used his head, looked the runner back at third.
Ethan Rothbauer.
And now 2 away. Ethan Rothbauer, the batter. A walk, a pop-up. Reached on a fielder's choice, so 0 for 2. And rubbed out on the double play in the 6th. He hits a ground ball to short. Graham. And beat it out. So an infield single for Ethan Rothbauer, and he gets an RBI, and the Woodticks are on the board here in the 8th inning. It's now 7-1 with 2 outs. Matt Witter now pitching the Curtis Deschel. See if Deschel stays in the game pitching here in the 8th. He's up to 131 pitches. And Deschel pops that one out of play. It's 0-2. Walder worked quick, got a lot of outs. Had a good pitching performance for Everest. And a fly ball. Right field, Huback says it's mine and gets the out. Bloomer gets on the board with a run here in the 8th. It's now 7-1 Everest. As we head into the bottom of the 8th, you're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Sports, Joe Anderson here, joined by Olivia Zimmerman, my extraordinarily talented producer.
Coming up to bat for the Everest.
We head to the bottom of the 8th for the Everest Merchants. Roman McGuire, Brandon Kranz, and Josh Nielsen here. 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup for manager Tom Fish. Roman McGuire 0 for 3 with a walk. Reached on an air, flew out, popped up and struck out. Or pardon me, walked and then struck out. I'm going to give a tip of the cap to Mr. Curtis Deschelle, the pitcher for Bloomer. He's up to 132 pitches. That's a lot for anybody. Greg Maddux one time, probably about 30 years ago for the Atlanta Braves, threw a complete game and won. I think it was 3-0, and he threw 88 pitches in 9 innings. 88. Ball scoots away. 2-2 count to the first baseman for Everest. Then you have the Tim Wakefield era. That pitch in the turf. Tim Wakefield, one of the last great knuckleball pitchers. Knuckleball where there's no spin on the ball. It's like hitting a wet bag of cement. It just kind of splatters if you make contact. And a walk to McGuire on the full count. Brandon Kranz will step in. Brandon, sac fly, hit by a pitch, fielder's choice, and flew out to Ethan Rothbauer in center. 7-1 Everest. Scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, had a 3-run fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Woodticks getting on the board here in the top of the 8th. It's 7-1. And a base hit to center field. So the first 2 batters for Everest here have reached in the bottom of the 8th. And number 22, Josh Nielsen. Josh, a pretty good day. 2 pop-ups, but then a single and a walk. Scored 2 runs and had a stolen base in the 6th. Deschelle. The pitch low and away for ball 1. Deschelle in his 8th inning of work for the Fighting Woodticks. And that's a fly ball to left, and Sauer, he's had a busy morning over there in left field. Several putouts for the left fielder. That's the first one of this inning. Ryan Hubacek, the batter.
Next up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 3, Andrew Bargnowski.
Well, let's change that.
Let's go, Andrew.
Andrew Barnowski, the pinch hitter here in the so Barnowski here batting with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th.
Nice.
143rd pitch for Curtis Deschelle. Pops it up, and it's going to hit the screen. Connor Hicks threw off, did what all catchers do, threw off the mask, lost his headband. Knew he couldn't reach that one. 1-2 the count with one away, 2 on for Everest. And Barnowski pops it up. It's in foul territory. Walgren will not be able to make the play. That was a tough one. It was tailing away. So Barnowski gets a do-over. Andrew Baranowski. Pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 8th, the pitch. And that's going to drop in center. No, it's not. Good catch by Ethan Rothbauer. So Baranowski flies out.
Nick Barnes.
And now Nick Barnes will step in. Nick, the left-handed hitting catcher. Struck out, ground out, walked, scored a run, and had an RBI single in the 6th. Two on, 2 out, an 0-1 count to Barnes. Well, the heat, now the warmth is starting to come in. Clouds, a fairly cloudy day, not overcast. And he rips a base hit to right. And that's going to score McGuire. So Barnes with another RBI single. Brings in Roman McGuire for the 8th run.
Next up to bat for the Everest Merchants, number 13, Connor Langben.
So 2 outs, but 2 on. Crayons at 3rd, and Barnes at 1st with Connor Langben. Fly ball to center. And that'll end the inning. Last chance for the Woodticks coming up.
After 8 complete innings, the score reads Everest Merchants 8.
It's 8-1. Merchants over the Woodticks. You're watching WBA Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pitching line here for the Curtis DeShell of Bloomer. Bloomer with a big task coming up. They trail 8-1 here, heading into the top of the 9th. DeShell's pitching line, 8 innings, 10 hits, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, 8 runs given up during his time on the hill, and hit 1 batter. Second inning of work here for Matt Witter in relief of Heinrich Walder.
Up for Bloomer, number 4, Brent Skarner.
And Brent Sauer will come to bat. It'll be Sauer, Hicks, and Schwab for the Fighting Woodticks, the 4, 5, 6 hitters in the lineup. Last chance for the Woodticks here, trailing 8-1 in the top of the 9th. Left-handed Matt Witter gets that over for strike number 2. 149 pitches for Deschelle. And popped up out of play. Oh, yeah. McGuire gave chase, but he'd have had a heck of a catch against the screen there if he'd have made it. I thought it was going to go out of play, but the wind blew it back in. It's blowing from right to left on your screen. 0-2 now to Sauer. That's how it's Sauer. S-A-R-A-U-E-R. Say that again. S-A-R-A-U-E-R. That is correct. That's what it says in the program, the printed program here. And he hits a fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. Brandon Crayons gets the put out for out number 1.
Coming up for Bloomer, number 20, Connor Hicks.
Connor Hicks. Mr. Hicks on the day is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and hit into a double play in the 7th. Catcher for the Fighting Ticks, and he swings and misses at strike 1. Are we doing post game? He gets that one foul. Corey Poyer, or pardon me, Sean Hurt makes that snag over at third base in the coaching box. Oh and 2, and time called. We'll give a brief wrap up if the game ends here. And called strike 3 on Hicks for out number 2.
Number 3, Cole
Schwab, the last chance for the Woodticks. Oh and 2 to Schwab. Matt Witter comes set. The pitch. Ball right against the screen. Count remains 0 and 2. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. And the pitch. Call the ball close. Didn't get the corner. One and 2 now the count to Cole Schwab. And the strikeout to end the game in favor of the Everest Merchants as they win 8-1. Do a quick rundown here of the scoring and the pitching line for both teams. Everest scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, a big 3-run 5th inning, made it 6-0. Then 1 in the 6th, and then 1 in the 8th. The Woodticks got on the board in the top of the 8th as Sean Hurt scored. An RBI single by Ethan Rothbauer. And that's our final score. We look at the pitching lines first for Bloomer. Curtis Deschelle went the entire game. 8 innings, 10 hits, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, 8 runs, and 1 hit batter. The pitching line for Everest, Heinrich Walder, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Matt Witter came in relief in the 8th. Pitched 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So the big 3-run 5th inning helps propel the Everest Merchants to the 8-1 win here against the Bloomer Fighting Woodticks. More baseball action here from the WBA playoffs here in Wisconsin Rapids here on Zaleski Sports. We'll take a break here and come back with another game. Stay tuned. On behalf of my awesome producer, Olivia Zimmerman, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. Again, the final score here, Everest 8, Bloomer 1.